Dubai's international airport has issued an alert for passengers travelling between now and the 3rd of January. It's expecting nearly 2 million people, making it one of the busiest periods since 2019. Our correspondent Nawid Jabakil has been talking to the CEO of Dubai Airports about how the region's hoping for a boom in tourism to help it bounce back from the pandemic.
Well, we're something around 68 million at the moment, projected for the year. We keep revising our forecast in the upward direction. The peak time pre-pandemic, that was about 7.8 million. We're pretty confident that we're actually going to see those numbers continue to increase progressively, and hopefully before the end of next year, or if not, then certainly by the middle to end of 24, we expect to be right back where we were pre-pandemic, if not even stronger.
And the resurgence at Dubai airports, without one country in particular in recent years, China, just how important has that market been? The last time we spoke, obviously, new routes were being opened up. Dubai tourism, from a Chinese perspective, was booming. How's it looking now and moving forward?
Well, the Chinese market's incredibly important, and as you know, the growth of Chinese visitors to Dubai has been immense over the pre-pandemic years, but now obviously with the struggles to cope with the recovery post-COVID, we do miss those passengers, and we hope they're going to come back very quickly.
And looking at Saudi Arabia, a new airport announced here, 6 runways, 57 square kilometres, 120 million passengers by 2030. That sort of competition on your doorstep can't be good for business.
Well, actually, if you think about it, the Middle East has been a sort of slight grey area for tourism for so many decades. And when you look at some of the treasures that have remained hidden for hundreds of years, opening up whole countries like Saudi Arabia to tourism, I think will be an enormous opportunity to broaden the mind and get people to treat the Middle East as a really interesting area for travel and tourism. And just like the development of travel and tourism in Europe, American and Japanese tourists, when they come to Europe, they do not want to go to one single location. They want to come to London, to Paris, to Rome, to Madrid. I think the Middle East will be exactly the same, and actually having more destinations on the map with developments in Saudi, with all the additional airport capacity, will actually be good for all of the GCC countries and everyone in the region. So I think it's going to be a good thing.
And do you think there's actually enough demand for that? Do you see those sorts of numbers being met? You have ambitious targets, Saudi Arabia announcing ambitious targets. With Doha, there appears to be a bit of a rivalry between Emirates and Qatar Airways. Is there going to be enough of a pie to go around?
Well, I think so, because remember, we're not just serving the region, but we are connecting thousands of city pairs originating from all over the world to the rest of the world. So actually, it's a pretty big pie. And of course, what we've seen is projections for travel far outstripping GDP growth, possibly double over the next few years. So if that demand continues to be strong, the supply at the moment is a little bit constrained, but over the longer term, I think more people will want to travel to more places. And if there's the capacity in the Middle East to make them come through the hubs in the Middle East, because obviously it's very difficult to build that capacity in other parts of the world, I think those ambitious targets will be met.